Hey guys, new patch today. Uh, just put out the boats, ladders, and booms patch. Today we're gonna go over the patch they just put out. Uh, like the patch name says, we got boats in the game, ladders, explosions, a bunch of new locations. We were working on some of the other streams you can see, but it's out. You can get the update now on Steam, and then after that we're gonna add some more decorative cubes to the game. So stuff like different types of marble and different bricks and that sort of thing. But yeah, let's jump into it. And there you can see the new. That's what this Goblin Fortress thing looks like. We made it in, I think it was the last stream, but it didn't have all the goblins in it. So now you can see there's a few of them in here. Some of them are already chased off or ran out of the place. We're gonna go to the patch notes and we'll go over them, and we'll go back into the game just to see what it looks like. Okay, so this is our 36 early access update. We've got a few of them now. Main thing is wooden boats. I didn't think I'd get wooden boats in before the game launched. It's kind of off the thing, but I said, you know what, let's try it. And turned out pretty good. You have these wooden boats. You can make them at the wood shop. And they work like you would think boats would work. You can throw them in the water. You get in them just like the other vehicles in the game. And you can move. It moves forward in the direction you're going. You can also mine and do other stuff while you're in the boat. So you can like pull up beside a cliff face and start mining. And they're pretty cool. I'll go over this section and we'll look at a bunch of them in the game. We've added ladders. And again, kind of how you would expect them to work. You just kind of walk into a ladder and you go up it, and you can turn around and get off whenever you want. And we added wooden and steel ladders with steel ones letting you move up and down the ladder faster. Yeah, we got more explosives, and we did most of this on stream. So the normal thing is a radius of 2, so it's 2 around, so you can have basically an area of 4, and then a radius of 4 for the new one, and then a radius 8 for the large explosive. And the large explosive is like the size of a chunk, kind of, because it's in a circle. And these things just blow stuff up. And there's also the mining charge, which are do basically the same thing as the explosive, but they also mine. So if you blow up ore, the ore just appears in your inventory, like magic. Let's check that out now. So I'm just gonna have the monsters ignore us for now, so we can just at the ladder. You stop flying. Yeah, the editor's a little laggy. But you see, you got a ladder. You just go up the ladder. Cool. It climbs. Up the ladder, you can also go, oh, I don't want to go up the ladder, and top off anytime you want. Which how ladders work. Let's see if I can find water. I haven't really explored this world. Oh, there's water. Not the best biome to test the boat in, but this is where I originally actually made the boat, was in a swamp biome. It did help me test the maneuverability, but it's not great for, oh, I'm still flying, aren't I? That, get in the boat, then I can drive the boat around. And yeah, the editor's really laggy. But you can go forward, backward, maneuverability, and I can mine while I'm in the boat. Turn in all directions. It's a boat. Inventory for what? Get out of the boat. And this looks some explosives. So we changed how the explosions work. I don't know if we showed the newer explosions in stream or not. But we changed. Before it was just using objects like in Unity for little cubes, and it's kind of slow. So we switched to a particle effect, and it's a lot faster. We also don't. It's gonna look a little funky in the editor again. The editor. Wow, it did not like that. There it goes. I'm assuming on the second time it'll be a little. Unity first loads things. It first loads them very something, so you blew apart its tower here. But boom, explosion. And we'll take the big one. This used to lag like crazy. It's a lot better. There's still a lot of stuff that blows up, but there we go. Explosion. And then there's also the mining variants, which work the same way as these ones do, but you mine the stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to the browser here. So we've added new locations to two of the biomes. The giant crystalscape biome, just those selenite crystal things spiking out everywhere. Looks like this, basically. Yeah, 7 new different things. There's a bunch of small things. There's a fountain we added with some treasure in it. There's this lookout tower of light, which is what this picture is right here. There's like the top of the tower, and there's the golden crystal arena, which is what this picture is right here. It spawns with a whole bunch of golems that you have to fight through, and there's some treasure hidden in the middle there. We also changed how the crystalscape biome spawned because it was using an old system that was slower and didn't quite mesh well with the new location system. It might look a little bit different if you have a world and you spawn in, you generate more chunks. It might be a little off, but it's pretty much the same. It's just like small hills with little ponds and selenite crystals. The second one we've added stuff into is the Light Forest Hills. We only added 6 new things to this one because it already had a few already. It already had the like a log cabin, storage hut, and a little mining thing. But we added the tree house, which I don't know if you saw in the other one. We made it on stream, but it's just a tree house, and there's goblins in it and treasure. There's a little lookout tower thing, which is what we just blew up in game at the corner, and then there's this thing right here, which we saw at the start, and it's the Goblin Force of Adequate Construction. Sure. And this is probably one of the biggest things we made for location-wise. It's 32 by 32. The crystal thing is as well. It's hard to tell because the verticality just makes it look a lot larger than it, but they're actually close to the same size. Yeah, and this brings our total biomes to 7 that we've revitalized by putting new locations in. I believe there's 20 biomes in the game in total, so we're just about halfway there. Some of the ones might not be getting as much love. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do with the ocean biome and the lake biome. We want that, like we're just gonna have a lot of sunken ships or something, or we just kind of leave it out as it's an ocean. We'll see. Next up, the monsters. So we added goblins. You can see the goblins are here in the picture, and I think we saw them walking around in the game. I can go fight one in a bit, I guess. Yeah, they aren't very strong, but they're small and they're fast. And when there's a lot of them grouped together, they can really take you on. They spawn in the tropical beach, the cherry forest, and the light forest hills biome. now, and we've also redid how some of those biomes spawn things. So I think we've like reduced the number of implings, and I think we removed mummy from 1 or 2 of them because it's a little weird. We updated the animation system. We did a new way to animate. Basically, added 2 new ways it animates, and it was getting jittery. And I think when we updated Unity, it kind of broke, and it's been happening whenever we updated Unity. It would manage to break itself. So we're using it. We're not using the default animation thing in Unity anymore for a bunch of those things. We've also changed the animation speed to match the attack speed of enemies, so it looks a lot better. And a few enemies like the golem and the impling, it was off because I think we were compensating that before, and now it makes more sense. The mummy doesn't get stuck. We increased the move speed of a bunch of monsters because it was just really easy to kite them around, and it made the combat a little trivial. So now a few of them are faster when they're actually attacking you. You can still kind of run from them, and when they attack, they usually stop and go like that. So, but it makes it just a little less easy to farm. And we make gravity apply to the monsters more frequently because sometimes it just wouldn't. And the other thing, there's a few things in here. The half cube variant cannot be rotated like all the other ones before, because the half cube was like the first variant we made. It worked a little differently, so it didn't rotate like the other ones, and that made it have like holes. So we fixed that up. Like before, we just wouldn't let you rotate it, but now you can rotate it. There's no holes. Works good. We already talked about how the bombs, we changed the particle effect, so we greatly reduced the lag. And the editor still lags when it starts up. I'm not sure in the build if it has a little bit of lag as well, but there's not the massive lag we were seeing from before. It doesn't scale the size of the explosion anymore, which is good. There was a bug if you put panels beside each other in a funky way, it wouldn't show the one side of the panel, but the panel variant's very small anyway, so you probably wouldn't see it. But since the half cube works like the panel, it's something that definitely needed fixing. For modding, we added the physics add-on. So normally, if you're creating a custom object, you would probably just give it a rigid body in Unity so that it would have physics. But if you're using an object that comes with the game, or you just using it in multiple places and you don't want the physics in another place, you can now just give it physics in the engine, like in the mod editor. And so we did this with the bombs, I believe, to get them to work like that without having added in. I think it was the bombs. And we fixed a bunch of bugs with the rigid body not being saved when we pick things up. Like if you had constraints, like it couldn't rotate a certain way, it would forget that. It would also forget if it was kinematic or not. This is kind of like Unity modding stuff, so if you're not familiar, it's a little in depth, but it just makes it so things don't bug out, I guess, as much. We added glass cubes to the game, and this is kind of, we have like windows before, and so this is just kind of like a full block, and you can do all the other variants that you can do with the other ones. You can make glass ramps and all that sort of thing. We fixed the most major bug in the game, which was you couldn't love animals anymore. You would go to pet them, and you couldn't interact with them, and this was deeply disturbing. So we changed this. Animals now work properly. There's also a crash the inventory screen. We tried to sort sometimes, and it couldn't sort something. I don't know what item it was, but whatever item it was, it would just bomb the game. I think it bombed on stream the one time, so we fixed that. There was a problem where if you Quest would check for objects in your inventory. Again, I think this might go into the inventory crash. You have like a null item that somehow got in your inventory, really messed up. We check for that now though. There's a bug with the mod editor was clearing some stuff. So a bug if you tried to pick up the car you were in while you were riding the car, which I don't know you could do with the car, but you could definitely do with the boat, and it would just launch you at warp speed. So that is no longer there. And minor error that if you tried to brake a vehicle that wasn't moving, again, it was like what? But that's pretty much the patch. We'll check out the goblins in here, and I think we just find a treehouse just to show it off. Or we were already flying. Yeah, this was the loco tower that we blew the bottom off of. But if I believe there was a treehouse over here, this is what the treehouse looks like. Some treasure in it. If you check out some of the older streams, I think it shows us actually making the thing. And there's like an elevator you can use at the bottom to get up. And the fortress here, and yeah, you can see the goblin in the other one, but we can, if I turn off monster, ignore, so the monsters will actually fight me. And go in. We don't have anything to fight the monsters with, so this is brutal, but we can see there are goblins. They do not like me. Really dark right here. The light. Where'd he go? Ah! Geez. Okay. You can see this is the thing the goblins do best is they overwhelm you. Now there's 3 of them. Oh my. Yeah, we don't. This is why getting the combat research is good. You don't have to attack enemies with a pickaxe. Oh, you can't see. I didn't switch the thing off, didn't I? Well, you didn't miss much. I'll show you the goblins again. We just got attacked and killed by goblins. This guy, and then there's the goblins. And we're just gonna fly out of there. Yep. Okay. But that's the patch notes, and so now we're gonna move on to adding in some new decorative tiles. We had I picked out a bunch before, and I want to put them on stream. Just to add more more decorations to make the world look nicer. You have more of a choice in putting things. These are all going to be the same function as a different, like a cube in the game. So we're going to have some marble, we're going to have some brick, some plaster, and I don't remember what the other one was. Marble, brick, plaster, and stone, some stone tiles. So I'm just going to go ahead and go out of this. I'm going to switch back to maximum. Next time it starts up, it's clearer. But what we're going to do look at this amazing and totally not messed up file structure. Things run Steam. Yeah, my face is kind of in the way, but there's nothing really to see over here. It's a folder. What we want to do is we're going to add some more stuff in. And I'll go in for the actually, let's check out the mod first. Let's go in and actually check out the mod. So we want to try to add a lot of the decoration stuff in the decorations mod because that's what it's named. If that makes sense. There we go. Mod editor, installed mods. Yeah, and so this is how you edit your mods, and it works the same way if you have your own mod. You just won't be able to edit the decorations mod that comes built in with the game. I can just do that because I'm in the Unity editor. But all the stuff is the same. And so in our decorations mod, we have all these decorative things here. And what we want is we want to add in some more thing. And we're going to start with the marble tile just because it's the latest one. I think we added the type of cube anyways, other than glass. But we're just going to take a look at what it is. So this is use a pickaxe. It's decorative. It's in the crafting group marble tiles, so they're swap them with all other marble tiles when you're building your buildings and stuff. And it has a strength of 4 and 0 metallic and 0.9 smoothness, so very smooth marble. And we can change that per marble texture. We just want the strength to be the same so that one type of marble doesn't break easier or it's more difficult than the other type. Especially when you can exchange them freely, it's a little confusing. So we want it to be 4 and we want it to be a pickaxe. The main thing you want to do. So I'm going to look at the marble tiles we have. You guys can't see the folder I'm looking at, but I'm going to bring them in the game. Just a second, and we're going to have to massage these a bit to make them fit. We might just be able to scale them. Okay, marble. So we currently have marble tiles, which is just like a checker pattern. Light marble tiles, which is kind of like a square instead of square. And angled marble tiles, which have a funky little angle pattern. I look at the inspector here. I just make this bigger since we have it maximized anyways. That's what the angled marble tile looks like. Face is a little over, but you get the idea. So we're gonna move over. First, we can look at the dot marble tile. Maybe I can move this inspector window to a different spot. And Unity doesn't like that. I don't know why sometimes it just imports right away and other times it decides to take like an hour. Hope it's not an hour. But we're gonna add 5 new marble things. And so we have a dot marble tile, which, oh, there it goes. Looks like this. And I don't know, I'm just gonna put it in the main window over here so you can see. It looks like this right here. And so we want to set the same. We're going to check the other settings, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. So all the textures in the game for cubes are 128 by 128. And they have to have read write enabled checked. And I accidentally opened one of these in the editor. We're going to see. I'm gonna import these all, put them in right now, and then we'll add in the marble and we'll see how they look in the game. We might have to change some of the things because you want to make sure they're actually like readable. You can tell what they are and they make sense in the game. Sometimes when we lower the size, it makes it so we can't. It's like hard to tell what we're actually looking at. So I might have to modify the textures. Like some of these have a. I'm trying to bring all 4 in these at the same time. Some of these have like a repeating texture, but it's pretty small. Yeah, so there we go. Whole lot of new ones. So we want green diamond, light marble. We're going to want to rename these too. A long name. I want to make sure they all have marble tiles in the name, I guess. Oh, angle, dot marble, green diamond, light marble. Thicker tiles, sure. Pythagorean marble. Mouthful. Pythagorean marble tiles. Okay. So let's grab all these then, and we'll just do the same import settings. So this one, and this one, I believe. These 4 are new ones. So rewrite enabled and 128. Yeah, we don't want to crunch compress them. I think there was an issue with that. I don't know if Unity fixed it where it didn't work with the read write. I don't know if it is an issue at all or it's just they say it won't work, so it won't work kind of thing. That's how it's designed. These are pretty small anyways. How much? 10 kilobytes each. So yeah, not a lot to add to the game size. So now that we've got these in here, I'm gonna put them in. So I just have a thing where I basically have a script that takes assets and turns them into first order things by saving them to variables. So we don't get problems that occur when you need to reference something and you spell something wrong. We don't really need to do it for this, but I want to keep it up to date. Possible we do something in the code later. Need a specific marble tile. I don't think these strings are gonna cause it to break. Well, I mean, too many strings will eventually cause the thing to break, but it require a lot of strings. Okay, so let's start it up. Yeah, I think we might need to just lessen some of these names and just take up way too much space in the game UI. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know why Unity has it open so slow sometimes. Decorations, items, okay. And so we want new items. And ours is going to be a cube. And the first one, we're going to rename that, we're going to start with the diamond tiles. Diamond marble tiles. I think green diamond marble, but the name's just too long. It should appear in here as this, right? Yes, that name. Okay. Strength 4. And it's moved to 0.9. A pickaxe, it is decorative, and the crafting group is marble tiles. And I think that's good. Nice, quick, easy. Do another one. I don't know what the names of all these things are. Pause this, right? Okay. Diamond dot like checker, I guess maybe. Dag green and star. Okay, well, let's do star and dot first. Yes, unpause. Star marble tiles. Cube. And marble tiles. It is decorative. 4. 9. And star marble. We should just put marble. Nice. Okay. Knocking these out. Was dot marble the one we're missing? Do that. Do dot marble. Doot. Dot marble tiles. Marble tile group is decorative. Pickaxe. Strength 4. And this 0.9. Oh, diamond star dot. Pythagorean. Hopefully that's spelled right. Marble tiles. Hopefully that's spelled right. It is decorative. checker marble tiles. No, the other way. Four. Nice, decorative. Checker, and I think that's it. Marble checker, go back. Diamond star dot Pythagorean checker. Okay. There's 5. So we can test this in the test key, and it'll just send us right into a game. The decoration mod's included in every one, but if you have a custom mod, it'll just create a world with that mod in it. Well, and the base mods again. Here you can see the glass cube. It's clear-ish. Glass, like, you just got the reflection of the light on the front there. But we want to try out our new marble. Maybe we'll put it over here with some lights. I think this is where we were testing all the books and stuff. Yeah. So the bookcases and things. Oh, stretch. Okay, so I'm gonna start the diamond ones, and we can check to see that they works okay. Yep, and we can see all the different decorative variants we can choose. And so these 3 were here before, and these are the 5 new ones. Let's see how this looks. So, go the ground a little bit here. Looks good. Okay. And try this one. It's nice, I like it. Use the dot marble ones. Yeah, this one's a little harder to tell. That is actually a marble, not like cushion or something, unless you hit the light right on it because it's pure white, and it doesn't. It's hard to see that it's shiny. But I think it still looks good. Maybe we darken it up so you can see the little lines a little bit better. But keep that in mind. Let me get these ones. Oh yeah, that's it's the time. Something a little more. There we go. So we get everything. I like it. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the artifacts because we the textures have to be 128 by 128, so you get some of this squishing going on here. The non-anti-aliasing, but every texture in the game has to deal with that. Okay, literally not the one I'm looking at right now because this is special, but this ancient marble kind of breaks the rules. But every other one, you can see, you can make up the pixels on it and everything. And lastly, we got this checker marble tile. And this looks like this. Yeah, looks good. Done. Easy. Okay. Here's the 5. I think I'm going to go quickly into a paint program and just, I don't have it set up to show on stream. But this shouldn't be too hard. We're just going to try and make it a little darker. We're gonna up the contrast and lower the brightness a little bit. You can see in the bottom there, it gets a little darker, and hopefully that's enough just to make out the lines a little more, so it doesn't look like it's just the dots. I think it is a tile, but it was pretty okay before, so if this doesn't look bad, we're just gonna settle on that. Yeah, nothing's set in stone. We can always go back and change any of the textures. Like, turns out sucks. Next patch, we can go change it. I'm just gonna 1 second here. Oh, that one kind of hurt a bit on my chair. It's fun too. Okay. That thing we were doing. And we just updated the texture. I don't actually need to change anything. It's the same name and everything, so thing, and here we got our thing. Just want to the light in there. Yeah, you can make the lines a little more clearly now. I don't know if it's just because it's all white or there's contrast or something. It's still a little hard to see that it's marble, but I like that a little better. So there we go. 3, 4, 5 new marble textures. And so we're going to go do the same thing, but instead of for marble, we're going to do it for what? Brick? Brick. I want to check something real quick. Oh, I'll do that. The game has multiplayer. We're not playing it right now. So the brickers in here, and are any of them classic bricks? I think probably this after, but the brick is strength 8 and 0.25 smoothness. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, close this out. And it's the marble. We're gonna go to brick. We don't have a folder for brick in here, but we'll add one in. And we're not gonna call it Bic. We're gonna call it brick. And we have 5 brick textures we're gonna add as well. And were there 2 or 3 brick before? Not sure entirely, but we're gonna have 5 now. And we're gonna rename. I'm just gonna call this multi-brick because it's multicolored. Yeah, the only thing that really matters is that the ID that gets assigned in the editor stays the same. We can change the name at any point too. Funny patch, we just change the name of all the things in the game. Let's see how it goes. 128. Right enabled. That's how our bricks look like. Okay. Nice. And let's take it in game. Pretty sure half my development time is waiting for Unity to do things. Or me failing to press a button, apparently. Decorations, items, beautiful, okay. So we have a marble, and now we need our brick. And find more brick. Probably should have looked what their name is, but we know one is Multibrick, so we're gonna add that one first. Multibrick, it's a cube. It is in the brick crafting group. It is decorative. It had 0.25 smoothness and 8 strength. And it looks like Multibrick. There. Aqua brick. Cool. Oh, another thing we should do is set the weight on these. We currently have marble as featherweight, but brick is probably also featherweight. We'll leave it there for now. Because I don't know if that's a mistake, or I factor that into the backpack weight calculation thing. It probably needs to be set to not feather. But we'll leave it like that for now. Not a huge deal. Making the brick takes a lot of time anyways. It's like a balance thing. Not too important. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna cube, and this one's aqua brick. You can put underwater, I guess, if you want. This is the color. I don't know it's actually aqua. Sort of turquoisey thing. This is decorative. And yeah, bricks are also with a pickaxe. We got aqua brick. Yeah, it'll fill in the icon as soon as we save or do the thing. The icon for cubes, it always replaces it and then puts the texture on top. I don't remember what the other ones were. What was the other texture? Stacked? Where did I end up? Okay, might be a bug. Stack brick, cube, brick, 8, 5, decorative, stack brick. I think the other one was smooth brick. Brick, 8. Let's do this 1.5 because it's supposed to be smooth brick, so let's actually make it look a little smoother than the other ones. Decorative, smooth brick, so smooth stacked. The mortar. Mortar the only one after this one? I think mortar's the other one. Multi-aqua stack, yeah, okay, mortar. And mortar brick. Cube, it is a brick. Decorative, it is strength 8. 5, and mortar brick. Okay, so we should have 5 new bricks in the game now. Multi-aqua stack, smooth, and mortar. Just test it out. So let's give ourselves some brick. Let's actually select the brick first before we try to change it into a different type of thing. Okay. And we have our new bricks. And we don't have a thing to actually break these. So let's give ourselves a titanium pickaxe. Make short work. By short, I mean long. So, because apparently, well, not really apparently, we're filled up with stuff. But that's our new brick. We'll do this one first with the multi-brick. Yeah, so those, we'll change the weight on those after. But let's put some things over here. Let's set the time first so that it doesn't change while we're doing things. That's our multi-brick. We can do a ramp too, sure, why not? Looks like brick. An aqua brick. I'm gonna press buttons here. I don't know, this is a little small. In that it's a little small, but those are kind of hard to tell that they're bricks. So I think we're gonna have to go back and change this one. I'm not sure how. Maybe we can, like, where's it gonna repeat? Like, if we could cut it somewhere, we might just have to settle with it. It doesn't look bad. They look like very small bricks, especially compared to this size and size. These are all gonna be different size bricks, but that's okay. Let's take this stack brick, and this is brick that looks like it was not constructed properly with Legos. You're supposed to interlock them. Yeah, we didn't have to do this every time, so I'm doing that. We have the ramp, there's your stack brick, and now our smooth brick. And this one gonna look smoother than the other ones, and I think it does. We can get some light reflectance. I think it looks smoother, but kind of hard to tell. And so you're white. Yeah, looks like bricks. Success achieved. And lastly, we have this mortar brick. This grungy kind of dirty thing. But I'm liking it. Yeah, the base brick in the game is too red for my taste. Just to use a bullet brick. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it really reminds me of like Three Little Pigs. Huff, bluff, huff, bluff, huff, puff, blow your house down kind of thing. It's very classical. And it just looks, I don't know, less realistic. It's so bright and red. These look like they could be found in nature. Well, not in nature. The wild brick. They're more natural. Like you would actually make these, construct these out of something and not some painted thing. But that's all the bricks. Yeah, I don't really think we can do anything with this one. We could replace it with a different texture, but I think it looks okay. Like it's blurry because it's so small. But you don't really need to look at the detail to get just the kind of like the wall it is. And the fact that it's got this blue aqua texture makes it stand out from most of the textures in the game. Since the only other thing, I don't know, we could look at them. We can look to see which ones look like this, but there's almost no blue, I don't think. There's ice. Jade is green, but I mean, this is kind of turquoise, and the squares, and that's pretty much it. The corrugated steel. So this really stands out visually from the other cubes in the game. I think we're gonna leave it. But if we did another art pass, I think I would find a way to make it kind of look like the other one. We could try like taking these multi-bricks or something, and then varying the color a lot of the paint thing, like white out some of the things and tone mapping, I guess. I don't know. Do something with it. And then just shift it all to blue. Maybe we could get a similar result with the more of the larger brick sizes. But I think that's good for now. Like I said, we can always just change the texture later on All the game files will update and everything, and you don't need to change anything in your world. Not sure how much game dev it is if I'm just jumping around on the cubes I made all day. But there it is. Yeah, okay, let's go back and make them so they actually do weigh 1, or normal weight. Because the 3 weights in the game is featherweight, which means it weighs nothing. You can have as many featherweight objects as you want. It's not going to make you encumbered. Whatever that word is. I think it's encumbered is what I put in the game. But... burdened maybe. And then there's normal weight. And normal weight just means it weighs 1. And so if you have a carrying weight of 200, you can carry 200 things that weigh 1. Pretty simple. And there's heavy, and heavy is weigh 5. And it counts as 5 normal things, and these are usually things that are heavy, like carrying around a furnace or fireplace or big things of metal. And we can just check in the game to make sure that actually worked. Yeah, there was a bug before with the weight. I'm pretty sure we've figured it out. Just to be sure, and we're overweight again. We can check. Oh, sorry, in our inventory. And there's no feather icon, which means they weigh normal. So there we go. Yeah, maybe we should make the starting pad disappear faster. It's nice to have. It just always annoys me. It's still there when I go away. But it's really not that far. You go like 10 blocks away, it disappears. But okay. So we've added 10 new blocks to the game. That is pretty good, and it's a little faster than I expected. Mostly because these pretty much worked out. We only really need the mod 1 texture, and yeah, we don't need to spend time figuring out the blue one. As far as crafting recipes, for a lot of these new decorative ones, we're going with the strategy that we're just not adding them in. So you can just marble tiles and brick are already craftable in the game, and you can just craft them, and then you hit Alt, you select them, you hit Alt, and then you can just transform it into the other ones. So really, I think this one here is the only one you can craft. The checker variant one, like the bigger checker. The one's just called tiles, and then you just select the decorative pattern you want. And all these also have variants and everything, so we can do stuff like ramps if we want. Or the half things. Or pillars of it. Whatever. But I think that's good for today. We are going to add some more this patch. I think there is there's some plaster and stone tiles I think we want to add, but I think we'll do that another day. It is going to go exactly like this one. I don't know that we have. I think we have a plaster and stone tile. I think we already put those in the game where they could be decorative groups. But yeah, let's switch back to the other thing. There we go. So, stream wrap up. Probably don't want to hear the clap of the thing, eh? New patch. Big Terra Steam. Get it today. It's an early access. The update is out. Bombs, boats, ladders, new locations, goblins, a bunch of other little things. The stuff we said today will be in the next patch, which will probably be in a week or two. and how we space them out. And we'll also be adding in some new locations for the next patch. I haven't decided what biome it's going to be yet. Maybe something with the marble. I think the Maquis biome is one of the only ones that has marble in it. Maybe the cherry steps does too. So you have all these new marble blocks. But yeah, we're going to be adding some new marble in the next patch. We added the brick. We're going to add some new cubes. You can check out my other games. Minigame Blast on Steam. It is cheap. There's a whole bunch of games they have on itch.io, and those are free. Well, they're pay what you want, so you can donate if you want, but you can just pick them up for free if you don't want to pay anything. I rather like Quick Tower Defense. There's some videos on the YouTube of me starting a playthrough of it. Car Launch is also really fun, and Escape This Place is a good puzzle game if you're trying to. You're trying to escape the place. You're trying to solve puzzles, but it's a thinker. Tower Defense. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, peace. Have to click that button.